Well, one of the experts who was roped in at that event to, well, bring a bit of global best practice on digital and insurance was David Pierce, who is, well, an expert with a company based in Estonia, but working out of Hong Kong and Singapore. He spoke to me earlier today, and this is an excerpt from that interview. Take a look. First off, I think a good place for us to start is to get your perspective on the direction of the insurance industry across the entire continent vis-a-vis the rest of the world, what you'd consider best practice and what we are doing here today.
Well, I think the insurance industry is rapidly changing. I think technology is changing an industry that may not have changed in 50 years. And so this is a very important thing. And for Africa, the continent, obviously can leapfrog a lot of the things that have happened in the insurance industry and take advantage of these new innovative technologies and exponential technologies that we're talking about here at this conference, like blockchain, big data, cyber protection, and that kind of thing. So big opportunity, I think, for Africa, and especially Kenya.
Yeah. We are in a situation where for much of the continent, indeed here in Kenya, the insurance sector remains very conservative, moves very slowly, is risk averse and that sort of thing. We are talking about technology here today. Uptake of that has been really slow here. Innovation still in its nascent stages. What do you think we need to start to gain some of that advantage as well?
Yes, I think the blockchain technology is something that would be a place to start, because it's about the foundations of identification, data protection and data ownership, which of course data is extremely important. And I believe Kenya government is have a task force that are looking at new identification systems for the country, new services on that, and this would be a very good start to look at how insurance services could also move to the blockchain and be part of the government's identification system.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk a bit about the fact that in other different sectors of, well, finance, look at banking, look at access to different financial services. We have seen Africa jump forward due to mobile money and that sort of thing. This hasn't been the case for insurance yet. Why do you think this is the case?
Well, I think that first of all, we have to separate cryptocurrency and money from the principles of blockchain. I think the insurance industry will have an issue if it doesn't change to something like this, because if we take something that's important to Kenya, the marine insurance world, right? The marine system is in trouble in the world. Too many expenses, a lot of things getting out of hand, and if we don't address that, there'll be a problem. So by removing those expenses, digitizing, taking out the paper, we have an opportunity to make the marine market and the marine insurance market more successful, and Kenya have an opportunity in this market of getting part of the marine market from other parts of the world, because we're making a new market as opposed to just new technology to the old.
Well, that conversation, of course, will continue here on KTN Business today in subsequent bulletins. Of course, interesting to get what the global perspective has been, especially in places like Asia and other places where insurance is at the cutting edge of development and of technology. Well, but on that innovative note, this is where we bring it to a close here for the day on KTN Business today. Of course, up in a few minutes is Bio KTN with the news in Swahili. We will, of course, be back here again tomorrow at the same time with a look backwards at the stories of the week and the impact that they have had. From us here, it is Kwaheri ya Kuonana. My name is Peter Wakaba. Indeed, we'll see you again tomorrow.